All right, tribe. Good morning and welcome to the Donut Shop at the beginning of the world. I am your host, Mark Merriweather Vorderbergen, coming to you live from Ravenscar, my backyard. Whoa, Julie, good morning. Charles, howdy. Cynthia, good morning. Y'all are gathering early. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hi, everybody. I need more coffee. Hey, oh yay! I got a bully story. So, hello, good morning, Kimberlyn. Hey, Michelle, Corrine. Yeah. Oh, coffee. I could probably have made it a little bit stronger though. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Charles, Jonathan, Aaron. Good morning, Kathleen. The donut shop is alive with people. Cool. So yeah, some of you might have seen my post from late last night. Hey, I'm not even gonna do a puppet show. So Facebook has blocked the Medicine Man ads, even though they're not in any violation of FDA type stuff. We actually have a consulting company that we run everything past. The consulting company is actually made of a number of ex-FDA lawyers. And so they go, and check the wordage and all that and make sure there's nothing that can incur the wrath of the FDA. But here we are. Hey, Julie, good morning. There's a lot of people here. Yeah, no puppet show, sorry. Those take, lots of pre-work, getting everything up and running. Hey, Julie, Darlene, good morning. Kimberly Brown, howdy. Evie. Corinne, Turkish coffee style. Love strong coffee. That is true. I'm already starting to see the end of my Christmas coffee. And so I decided, well, let's just make the coffee a little weaker this morning. Oh, bad idea. Weak coffee. Making good coffee weak. Don't do it. Hey, Deanna, Mike, good morning. Chris. Hey. Yeah, Corinne, there's other platforms. Yeah, and so like the Medicine Man, plantco.com, I think is going to be the main thing. As much as we want the Amazon eyes, I got a text this morning from my boss. He said, just work from home today. He's exhausted. He's been on the phone to India and everything, trying to get this thing straightened out with Amazon all day yesterday. And he's just beat. I'm kind of beat too, but I'm always kind of beat. Oh, Darlene, thank you. Yeah, who knows? Hey, Chirpy. So, what's going on? Coffee. The other interesting thing. So, the 800-pound gorilla in the supplements for brain power is on it. Makers of Alpha Brain, and starting yesterday. So the way a lot of ads work for search engines, Google and even Amazon and all that, is you bid on certain words, and then if someone does a search for those particular words in like Google or whatever, Google will pop up ads, starting with whoever bid the most. And for a long time, Medicine Man Plant Co., the group of words, was pennies. And so it just cost us pennies to advertise, on other places on the internet. Well, Onnit came in and decided, you know what? Let's set the bid price on that up to, like several dollars. And so if someone's searching Medicine Man Plant Co., they get directed to On It. And yeah, it costs us like $4, but Medicine Man doesn't have that sort of money. They were bidding like 10 cents a word. So the fact that On It is now trying to perfectly legal, perfectly accept, all is fair. I love war and business, but yeah, it's hard to compete against them. But I got Chirpy in my back. And I got all you guys too, which is even better than Chirpy. Nothing personal, Chirpy. You're great. Oh, that's a bunch of pretty clouds. Sorry, easily distracted by beauty. Hey, yes, thank you. Thank you. Hey, Michelle. I don't want them to know about me because, you better watch tomorrow night, Michelle. Hey, Roxana, good morning. So anyway. Hey, Sarah. Yeah, I think these last few mornings it's been really nice. And Chirpy has just been singing up a storm. And like all day. I got home from work last night and just needed some, mental time in the garden. I was doing that, and Chirpy was just rocking and rolling. I'm okay with that. Hey, Kiri, good morning. Donna, good morning. Oh, okay. Look at the Warrior Poet Society Network for advertising and getting more information out. I have not heard of them. I'll have to check them out. Excuse me. Oh, man. Coffee. You have the right mug for your coffee when it takes two hands to support it. Oh, Kiri, mountain cedar pollen. Eesh. Hey, Don, good morning. Oh, okay. Let's just not panic here for a minute, Jennifer. So you have a bad forager confession. You chop down all the stingy nettle. Okay. You made soup or pasta or something, right? I've read that the male mockingbird will sing all day and night until he finds a mate. Poor Chirpy. I don't hear him singing that much at night. So, oh well. Kelly, confession is good for the soul. So, Kelly, starting next Monday, will you still be able to be at the donut shop, or will you be at work, or you be listening in on your phone, or what? Oh, cool. Singing Nettle will grow back, though, won't it? Well, it depends if it goes to seed. It's an annual. So, it needs to produce the seeds. And then, depending on when the massacre happened, that maybe it'll grow back, but I don't know. Yeah. We're a desperate bunch as a whole. Okay. So normally in the past, I would send you to Amazon so that we can bump up our what they call organic sales on Amazon. It's if people buy something from Amazon, a lot of people buy something from Amazon. Amazon goes, "Oh, people like this. We should offer it to others too," and it just naturally goes up in the search engine results. But now let's just go to Medicine Man. Yeah. It could be. I know. Like I said, the last week it was really just gloomy and drizzly, and Chirpy was pretty quiet. There was a couple of mornings where he barely chirped anything, but then Monday, I mean, it was like this. It's in the 50s. It's sunny. It's dry. It feels nice, and Chirpy has just been rocking it out. Jennifer, are you a fellow Catholic like me? That's where you get the guilt from, but it's okay. I can understand stinging nettle if it's causing problems, especially if, you know. Oh boy. Okay, here's a no. For now, leave the subscription, please. Um, and we're trying to work things out. Uh, Once you hit a certain level of sales, believe it or not, Amazon suddenly becomes somewhat friendly. So we're aiming for that, but we'll see. Oops, just a minute. I got lots of questions here. Good morning, Marty. I have a question. I just moved to Texas in this swampland, so it sounds like East Texas. I'm looking for plants, preferably edible, that suck up a lot of water. Can you recommend anything? Okay, part of it depends on how much property you have, uh, and how marshy, mucky, and how sunny you have. So cattails, if you can grow cattails, if you actually have standing water, what cattails do is over time they grow and then die and they turn to dirt, and eventually over time they fill in the mucky area from, you know, their own decomposed bodies to convert a pond into a lush, fertile like prairie. But it is kind of a slow process unless you plant a bunch of them. But you can also intermingle lotus, American lotus, in there too. Now, if it's just muddy, because like mesquite is great at sucking up water, but most people hate mesquite and it won't really do well in muck. Um, but wapato, the arrowhead, also known as duck potato, and cattails are good choices for mucky, marshy areas. Um, Turks cap does well. Those would be my first choices, especially because, like the cattails, the lotus will eventually die, decompose, and turn to dirt. And it actually does it pretty quickly. But a good mix of cattails and lotus will basically, like I said, turn a mucky place, you know, given a number of years, into actual rich soil. So that, if you have the time, that would be the way to go. This is interesting. My Pillow guy is reporting that Twitter stole his identity to retweet things without his authority before closing his account. Do you think Tesla could end user agreements to punish problem customers? Well, I'm sure. Tesla, was he now the richest guy in the world or something? He just mentioned GameStop yesterday in a tweet, and GameStop's stock went up 40%. Um, at this point, it seems like there are no rules. We've gotten to that stage of a civilization. So build food security, build health security. Ground cherries. Those are delicious. I had a really nice ground cherry bush here in my yard, but then the frost finally killed it. But I'm hoping it comes back. Love ground cherries. It's my mom's favorite foraged food too. She loved ground cherries. I'm assuming she still does. She's still alive. Regina, hey, I understand that. Couldn't find stinging nettle, so I ordered seeds. Same with plantain. You know, I've considered doing that with stinging nettle also. There's a few times I've tried transplanting stinging nettle to my yard. For whatever reason, it didn't catch, but it died. So I've considered going straight to the seeds. Okay, Kelly, you'll be work 2 different shifts. I'm shooting for the 11 to 7 p.m. Okay, wow, that's a long shift. Well, no, I guess that's 8 hours. I won't know until I get there. The other shift is 6 to 2. They may do varying weeks. I find out more Monday. Cool. Yeah. Let's see. Oh boy, that sounds like a lot of work here. He won't be here much in February. Neighbors will be out of town for a couple of weeks. I get to feed the cat, dogs, and their exotic deer. Interesting. Oh, sweetgrass. Are you talking for mucky places? That's a possibility. Also, inland sea oats would be another good choice. Inland sea oats. Don't remember the scientific name. Hey, good morning, Henry. Yeah, mountain cedar is a water hog, but I don't think it would grow in muck. You're a patient lady, April. But yeah, it's a pretty cool progression. There was a big pond next to where I went to school, and over the years of the school, it filled in with cattails, and is now a prairie, and now there are some trees growing on it. But we liked it better. It was like where everyone went ice skating, and now you can't ice skate there. Hey, good morning, Curtis. Hey, BJ. Hey, man, I didn't know it was your birthday 2 days ago until I saw it posted on your wall. I would have, sang you happy birthday. So, yeah, rock out with your mock out. I like that. You went down to a neighbor's tree. No, canna lilies, and they're food, so that's a good one. Oh, Sarah, so you can eat the flowers, you can eat the young leaves, and you can eat the fruit, and you can eat the seeds. And then the bark makes a good natural cordage. So yeah, the Turks Cap is one of my favorite wild foods. So the leaves you use as a spinach substitute, they're a little bit better if you cook them just from a texture point of view. And like mine, I guess I could go over, but it's way over there. Energy levels low. Again, you guys are probably getting tired of me doing it. Let's go look at the canna lily. Or nothing can. Well, we have canna lily too, but let's go look at the Turks Cap. Hey. Whoosh. Okay, and again, I apologize for anyone that gets motion sick. Okay, so there's the Turks Cap flower. All the young leaves. So all these are edible. We got some more flowers. Oh, there's Chirpy. Oh, we got. Is that a dove? Oh, we got 3 mockingbirds around here now. Cool. Okay. But yeah, Turks Cap is actually one of my favorites, especially for edible landscaping, because it grows in sun, it grows in shade, it grows in muck, it grows in sand. It's just a plant that wants to grow. And there's pretty much food available from it all year. Whew. All right. So no rules, a precursor to collapse. Sometimes I wonder. Honestly, I think the collapse has already started. I don't think it's a precursor. I think it's a symptom of. All right. Cool. Don, the easiest thing to do is go to Foraging Texas, www.foraging Texas, and up in the little search box, up in the upper left-hand side, type in winter, and then see what everything comes up. Because one of the things you can do is you can search for the plants by season. You can search for the plants by environment type. You can search for the plant. Actually, I think I took off the location tags because I ended up using up too many tags. But yeah, you can search that way. It'll bring up, I think it'll bring up 6 plants. And then at the bottom of the page, after you scroll through all 6 plants, there will be a little thing that says show older posts. And you click on that and it'll show the next 6 and then show older posts in the next 6. There's actually quite a few. A lot of the summertime weeds, edible weeds that you find in foraging books saying in the summertime look for dandelions and cleavers and wild violets and all that are actually wintertime weeds in Texas. So our seasons are kind of flipped. So check that out. There's a lot of stuff around right now. I mean, I don't know how much you can see here, but I got wild violet, I got cleavers, I got chickweed, I got 2 types of clover. I got little baby sunflowers. I got dandelion. I got asparagus. All that coming. So, yeah. Oh, okay. How well does mullein take to transplanting? The mullein, if you can get it the first year. So mullein has a 2-year lifespan. The first year, it just puts out that rosette of leaves. And then the second year, it puts up that spike. If you can get it young when it's still in the first year, and it does put out a big taproot, so you got to take a big chunk of soil with it. You can try and transplant it in its first year before it's put up the spike. Once it's put up the spike, it's not worth trying to transplant. Just remember where it is, and get some seeds from it or something. It does well from seeds. Yep. If the laws are never enforced, then there simply are no rules. Huh. Ooh, okay. If you're looking for stinging nettle, talk to Jennifer. Kiri, I think you should probably try it just because of the whole allergy thing. Stinging nettles has some antihistamine type properties, and so it might help with the cedar fever. So you would be my choice, Kiri, for the stinging nettle. Oh, Dad's here. Good morning, Mom. Good morning, Dad. How are you? It's another beautiful day down here in Texas, Dad, Mom. It is. It is. I think it's like just a little bit cooler than yesterday, but that's okay. Lily wants you to know that the ground cherries growing wild on our farm are delicious, but we tried the ones they sell at Sprouts and they taste awful. Yeah, Lily, you've just discovered an important fact of life. That that what you harvest from around you, from your land, is always going to taste better than what someone else sells you. Hey, Amy. Yep, we have the red bay tree. Leaves pretty good in soup like regular bay. Yes, definitely. And don't mind the galls. If you want, you can flick the galls off. But yeah, the bay, it has all the same compounds that the cooking bay, the Mediterranean non-native bay has. So yeah, definitely use it. I like it. Yep, we have inland sea oats on the creek you were hunting. That's a really good wet area plant too, and they're really pretty. Okay. I'm in South Texas. I have a yard full of stinging nettle. I love it for tea and try to keep it in a small area, but it takes over everything. What can I do? That's a toughie. Yeah, unless you can like mow it or goat it, bring in some goats. I don't know. There's a thing called solar sterilization. Sorry. There's a thing called solar sterilization where it's like a bird fight going on behind me. There's a thing called solar sterilization where you soak the land and then put black plastic down over it, held in place, with rocks and something, and just kind of steam bake the soil. It gets up hot enough to burn the seeds. The problem is you also burn all the good soil bacteria and fungi and things like that. So, it's a toss up. But if you're trying to control stinging nettle or other big areas of weeds without spraying Roundup or something like that, which is a good thing. Not spraying Roundup is a good thing. Yeah, the solar sterilization with just big sheets of black plastic, and hopefully a homeowners association or something won't complain, because it does. Normally, you leave the black plastic down for several weeks to just, like I said, to try and burn the soil. I think the inland sea oats are native, but I need to check. I've never seen huge stands of them, and they're good insect food. Let me look into that. Oh, cool. My grandparents' house was above a river in Bend, Oregon. They watched beavers make an island in the river. I remember a tree and other mature plants on that island. That'd be cool. Oh, Jennifer, I forgive you. I forgive you. Okay, yeah, I forgot to trim my Turks cap. It's starting to leaf out. Can I still trim it back? Yeah, the Turks cap is pretty resilient to pruning. I pruned mine several times during the summer because otherwise it starts growing over that path I have there. I need to get an arch to try and train it over. Also, if you really want, you can take the what you prune, stick it in some rainwater or spring water, non-chlorinated water. It will form roots, and then you can go plant it other places too pretty easily. Oh, Nick. Okay, you want some Turks cap here? Gotta find a good place to get some. I have to get some cuttings for you. All right. Yeah, that was something, Mike. Yeah, you did have a lot of mullein there. Yeah, Jonathan, that's the thing. What's the saying? Never attribute to malice what can be explained by stupidity. But I know at least two people that were in psyop operations, and basically they don't trust anything for exactly that reason. Sometimes something is revealed specifically as part of the psyop operation. So, like I said, I defend myself, my family, my tribe. I'd say I'd keep my head down, but I don't keep my head down. Oh well. Yeah, my mullen says, "Screw you! I grow when and where I want." Yeah. Oh man, Sarah, allergy testing said dock and nettle are allergy triggers for you. I haven't forged any since finding out. Ah, that sucks. That's, okay, I have a bay tree and a pot, a baby. Where's the best place to plant it? So they are border trees, which means they don't like being out in the full sun. They don't like being deep in the woods, but they're a little better at handling deep in the woods. They like partial shade, some bigger trees around where they can kind of hang out, amongst them. So I would say, if possible, someplace where it gets sun from sunrise up, until noonish, and then in the afternoon sun, it is protected from the sun. It's more in shade for the bay tree. All right. On this land, there is a tank. Cattails are there, but the grain fields drain into this tank. The fishing is good, but do you think the cattails would be good? That's a good question, Don. So the It's depending on what's coming off the grain field, but I have a feeling some less than pleasant things are coming off the grain field. But one thing to keep in mind, the herbicide, if they are putting in some sort of herbicide on the grain, if it was still active by the time it got to the cattails, it would be damaging the cattails. So if the cattails are healthy looking, you're probably okay. Just thinking what else. Still, but also if they're putting pesticides down, I would say in a like a disaster, global, whatever, maybe then eat the cattails, but for now, probably not, because they are sitting in the sediment, which can be building up stuff over the years. So yeah, the shoots, the young cattail shoots, be okay. The pollen, cattail pollen, it's a good flower extender. That should be okay because that's a short-term thing. But the rhizomes just sit there, year after year, getting bigger and bigger and bigger and stalking things away. So yeah, I would save those for last-minute survival food sort of thing. Mm. You need to send some. Okay, so Gary needs to send goats to. What was it? I don't remember now. Okay. Siri. Okay. The only concern would be is if you put down, a fire ant killer that was broadly broadcast all across the yard. Otherwise, no. The dandelions are actually really good food. Definitely worth harvesting if you have them. I need to fix my hair. So yeah, the only issue is fire ant killer or grub killer, some sort of pesticide on the soil. If it was, like I said, broadly broadcast rather than just sprinkled right on the ant mound, then I would not. Oh wow, 750 already. Okay, I have a vernal pool that stays wet all year round unless drought. It's in the dog days of summer, but then it's still moist under the rotting leaves. Any kind of plants in particular help out the living things of this giant puddle? Okay, is it shade or is it sun? If it's shade, I would plant lizard's tail. If it's sun, elderberry. Get some elderberry there. Because the elderberry, it will feed the pollinators, the bees, the butterflies, and then the berries are bird food, not to mention healthy human food. All right, it's 7:50. Normally that would be time for the group take. But I'm wondering if that's one of the things that ticked off Facebook. So take it if you have it. But I'm not going to hold up the bottles and take it in front of you. I'm gonna like stop the group take for a few days and see if that chills something out. Oh, weird. Pakistani goats are like 5 feet tall and have super long ears. Crazy huge goats. Can't import them. That's weird. I wonder if they're like have some sort of pests or parasites or something they're afraid. Oh, cool. All right. Yep. No drugs in my yard, so I'm going to start foraging dandelion and experimenting with it. Do I have a dandelion? Hold on one second. The trick with dandelion flowers is you want to remove. Oops. You want to remove this green collar, this little Kermit the Frog sort of collar, because that's extremely bitter. You just want the yellow petals. So now that collar has been removed, oh, there's still a little piece there. But that's what you want to use for tea and infused oils and stuff like that. So Okay. Okay, so the bay laurel, that's probably the cherry laurel or the laurel cherry, which actually has some cyanide in it. Both the bay, the sweet bay, the red bay, and the laurel cherry grow down in the Victoria area. What you do, if you take a leaf, crush it up and smell it. If it smells like a cherry Dr. Pepper, kind of a cherry bitter almond sort of smell, that is the poisonous laurel cherry. If it smells like a regular cooking bay leaf, then you get the bay and you're safe to go, the red bay or the sweet bay. Yep, the green parts of the dandelion are delicious if you get them early before they flower, less bitter. Yep, that's one of the keys. Once the flowers appear, the plant basically becomes pregnant, and the plant then starts increasing the bitter compounds in the leaves to protect itself from herbivores. Okay. Livestock not already in the U.S. takes lots of money, lots of government regulations to jump through, plus other issues to import. Most people don't have 100K lying around. Good point. Yeah, Jennifer, the laurel cherry has cyanide in it, which gives it the bitter almond cherry sort of odor to it. So, yeah, you don't want to use it for cooking or anything like that. Hey, good morning, Nina. Okay, great question, Nina. So, how do you dry the dandelion flowers without turning them to fluff? This is one of the few times where I'm going to apply a quick, rapid, high heat to the flowers. So, collect the flowers and then throw them in the oven, for like just 2 minutes at 250 degrees. Uh, Not even 2 minutes, like a minute. You're basically you're kind of heating up the enzymes that would then convert it into the fluff thing, and then they're not going to turn to fluff, but just a quick blast of heat. You might lose a little bit of vitamin C, but in the flowers themselves, there's not a whole lot, so you should be okay there. But that's my trick anyway for keeping them from going to fluff. All right, Nicole, you heading out? Have a good one. I love bay tea, and my mom would make it when I had upset tummy growing up. So still do that. Yeah, the bay has some digestive. That's one of the reasons the bay plant, the bay leaf, was put in foods is as a digestive aid. So it's going to help with a lot of different types of tummy aches, and it tastes good too. Coffee. Mm. So I know on Thursday I said we're probably going to look at like some plant type stuff. I don't know if I said cedar or if it was herbs for sleeping and lucid dreaming. But the internet security engineer that I've been talking to is able to be on Thursday night. So this Thursday on Merriweather's World, tomorrow evening, he'll be on to talk about how basically the artificial intelligences of companies know you, what they know about you, and how you can reduce what they know about you going in the future. So if you are wondering just what they know about you, tune in tomorrow. I've had a number of talks with him. It's frankly pretty terrifying. This will probably be the scariest episode of Merriweather's World ever. Okay, let's see. Can we dry the leaves in the air cooker? I don't know. Try it and find out. I think, yeah, try it and find out. I'm okay. I think if you're gonna dry it, I'm, you know me, I'm the big fan of air drying the plants. But if you want to do a quick dry and crumble, yeah, a dehydrator, an oven, air fryer, anything like that. Oh man, Mom's landscape architect put a bay tree next to the bathroom window. She never took advantage of those leaves. Bummer. Wondering what today will bring. Stay positive. Oh, I never told the bullying story. So I just saw Kimberly. Yeah, so growing up, there was a kid in our grade by the name of Doug. I won't give his last name. Doug. And Doug was the class bully, and he made everyone's life miserable. And he really liked picking on me because I was, taller than him, uh, apparently way smarter than him, uh, and I actually had some physical health issues that made it pretty difficult for me to fight back. And so for years and years and years, he just terrorized me. And then finally, when I did fight back, when I had it enough, I got in all sorts of trouble. And so I will say I've carried the resentment of Doug. Now we had our 30-year anniversary a number of years ago. A few years ago, he actually reached out and apologized to me, which was awesome. And I forgave him. But when people start bullying me, it brings back those feelings from my youth. And one thing I've learned is giving into the bullies doesn't work. You got to stand up and just, fight back. And so that's what I'm feeling like right now with the Facebook ads and the Amazon and on it, that, they're the bullies. And it's just triggered my inner Hulk saying, okay, so let's rumble. I don't know how to exactly bring about the rumble, but at least the adrenaline and all that is coursing through my body, just itching for the battle. Anyway, what we got here? Restarted the immune pill and feeling great. So rheumatoid arthritis is gone. I can't tell you. I don't know on that. It's definitely something you want to talk to your doctor about there, Jennifer. Yeah. I'm feeling steely. Definitely feeling steely. So we'll see. All right, it's 8 a.m. Time to gird my line. Oh yeah, the national debt. It's a scary how big that got. Our kids are gonna have to pay. All right. Yep. Fight or flight. It's time to fight. So love you all. See you tomorrow. Mom, Dad, love you. Have a good day. Hey, Wolf wasn't here. We didn't have many from the northern tribe members. Oh yeah, Sherry, tagging Jesus. He's got it's not my back. He's hopefully going, yeah, I'm here with you, dude. All right, let's do this. Go out. Change the world, folks. I will see you tomorrow twice. Until then, have a great day. Love you. Bye-bye.